All right, let's start. Now, what I'm going to do today is actually going through some solving practical problems using the first order linear recurrent relations. Bear in mind that in the exam or in the test, you'll be expected to solve problems in context. Reading question carefully and making sure that you know how to write your recurrence relation or your general rule. Okay? So what I'm going to do today is, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to recall what a first order linear recurrence relation is. And you should be able to model real life problems using the first order recurrence relation. Now, again, bear in mind that there are so many scenarios that they will ask, or they could ask questions. And there's no way that I can teach you every single scenario. All right, I'm going to give you 4 examples which I've selected, and we will talk about that today. And please pay attention how I analyze the question. All right, now just recall, you know the arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence, and first order linear recurrence. I've taught you all 3. Arithmetic sequence, you've got a common difference. Geometric, you've got a common ratio. Now first order linear recurrence, you must find the coefficient for Tn plus another constant. So it's a combination of arithmetic and geometric sequence. There is no explicit or general rule for the first order linear recurrence. All right, please remember that. Generally, you will have questions that you will need your calculator in terms of interpreting, but you may not. It may be some calculation that will be slightly more straightforward. All right, don't know. We'll see how they whoever write the question decides. All right. Now let's have a look at the first question, the first example. Read through it and highlight the word you think is important. All right. Please don't worry too much about answering A, B, and C. Read through everything, highlight the things that you think is important. All right. I'm going to do it as well, but I will do it. Then I'll show you what I think is important. All right. Now, when I look at a question like this, I highlighted important things. For example, invested $500. You know that there will be a number that you need. All right? And then the account earned 5% interest compounded annually. Another important information. And every year, $500 is added. So here, you're talking about one of the questions we start with initial amount. So is it going to be naught or 1? Naught. All right. So you know that this bit, the $500, would be, let's say, a T naught. Oops, wrong. I need a different pen. So you need a T naught. All right. Now here, the account earned 5% compounded interest rate. What does it mean to you? So if I draw this in this sort of situation, in terms of the box. All right. So starting with the year, let's say this is year end. This is when James was born. Correct? After 1 year, I've got T1, T2, T3. Correct? So this is initially $500. And then what I do is I can calculate the increase. What is the increase? 5%. So therefore, what is the ratio?
1.05.
1.05, thank you. So it's 1.05 times 500. So right at this point here, $500 is added in. Got it? Yeah?
Yep.
So therefore, part A, Tn plus 1. So after 1 year. So initially after 1 year equals to 1.05 Tn plus 500. That's a $500. See how I interpret it, how I actually write my recurrence rule, and then you know that you're going to start off with T naught. T naught is therefore $500. Do you all agree with how I interpret that? Yeah. So you got to think about when you have a question like this, how you're going to interpret this. You can see that in context. A lot of the question, when you are looking at things like this, they will start off with T naught. Think about before and after. So part A, once you've done that, how much will James have on his 17th birthday if $500 is added to the investment on that day? So we are going to look at on the 17th with the $500 added. So let's use your class pad, please. So Tn plus 1 equals to 1.05 Tn plus 500. T naught equals to 500. Let's get your class pad up. All right, with your class pad, go to sequences. Now, like I say, I would always recommend that you clear everything with the starting with the new question. All right. So if I go edit, clear all, input your recursive rule. Remember, first order linear. That's only recursive rule. So Tn plus 1 is 1.05. An plus 500. And you're going to start off with $500. Alright, so start, then tap on that. Keep going, you can scroll down. Alright, the question asks, how much will James have on his 17th birthday? So, on his 17th birthday, you can see that all this, the $500 has been added. So, T17 will be 14066.19. Now, anything to do with dollar, please make sure that you make it up to 2 decimal places, unless it's a whole dollar. All right, 2 decimal places. Tap on that number. You need to know the decimal places. All right. Happy with that? Yeah. Everyone okay with that? If you haven't got a class pad, you really do need a class pad. Come and grab one. You really do need a class pad. All right. So let's have a look at the next question. The next question says, James promises Sandra that he will not withdraw the money in the account until the amount is over 25,000. So how old will James be? Let's keep going down with this. 25,000. So you know that T24 is 23863.55. T25 is 25556.73. All right. So now you can answer. I will show you how I want you to answer the questions. let's go back to the slide. So here, the way you answer it, part B, show that you know T17. Write down T17 equals to 14066.19 and answer he will have 14066.19. Alright? And then part C, write down T24 equals to 23863.55. T25 equals to 25556.73. So James will be 25. All right. Now, the reason I want all of you to write this down, exam technique, is to make sure whoever is marking it actually knows that you are doing the, you are actually using the class pad properly. All right. If you're not listening to this, you have to listen to this. Close your laptop, please. All right. You don't need the laptop. Close the laptop now. You really need to know how to interpret a question like this. Do you have any question for me before I move on to example 2? All right, let's have a look at example 2 now. Again, I want you to highlight important information without my help. All right, now, look at what I've done there. All right, what I've done is I actually highlight the word initially. Then I highlighted the word by the end of each month. And then I highlighted the word replenish. And the thing is, I used 3 different colors so that I know the word initial is associated with 2000. And then end of each month, sell off 14%. All right? Make sure that if you have a couple of, I would suggest that you have a couple of highlighters, you associate the numbers with that important words. Sell, 14%, end of the month. Replenish, adding 130 new chickens. Yeah? So you know that this again will be a T0 question. Correct? Now, here you don't actually even, you're not asked to write the recurrence rule, but you do need it. If you don't have the recurrence rule, you can't use your calculator at all. All right? Can you please write your recurrence rule, please? You can use T0 if you want to, you can use C0, you can use whatever, it really doesn't matter. Now, if you're selling 14% of the stock, what is the ratio? Sorry? Thank you, 0.86. So it's 0.86 TN. Now, selling that replenish is plus, correct? Plus 130. And therefore TN, T0 equals to 2000. Alright? Again, use your class back. Alright? Again, use your class pad. Make sure that you know how to use your class pad. We'll talk about B in a few minutes, alright? Now let's go to your class pad first. Clear everything. So it's 0.86 AN plus 130, and you start off with 2000. All right, take that and tap on that. Now, you can see that after 24 months, because N is every month, if you tap it down all the way down, 24, T24 is 957.27. All right? You can actually, now, remember, chicken cannot be decimal. You cannot have half a chicken or 0.27 of chicken. So if I tap on that, it should be 2743. All right? So when you answer the question, James will have 957 chicken or 958. They will accept either answer. That's fine. All right? Yeah. Now, about the long term, you could actually think about using your calculator. If you scroll it all the way down, what do you get? You can see that the numbers are the same, practically the same. T1115 equals to 928.57. If you don't go up to that high, it really doesn't matter. I've gone up to pretty high, but if you go up to something like 250, even around the 300 mark, all right? You can see that the number hardly changed at all. So something from here, you could look at T314 equals to 928.57. T315 equals to 928.57. D316 equals to 928.57. Now, you could use your class pad and scroll down and use that as a steady state. Or I will show you how to calculate it. So, for part A, this is important because you do need that before you can answer part A. So, oops, what have I done? So part A, all right, write down T24 equals to 957.27. So just say break 957 chicken. All right, after 24 months. All right, so part B, if you use your class pad, write down D314 equals to 928.57, D315 equals to 928.57, D316 equals to 928.57. All right, show the examiner that you know how to use your class pad, or use Tn plus 1 equals to Tn. All right, because you're looking at long-term solution. Tn plus 1 will be the same as Tn. Substitute into this equation here. So therefore, you have Tn equals to 0.86 Tn plus 130. You can do that as well. So therefore, you know 0.14 Tn equals 130. Tn equals to 130 divided by 0.14, which will give you, pretty sure it's the same, 928.57. So in this situation, the long-term number of chicken will be 92929.
Read 928.
Sorry? No, just one. Just one of the steps. Either one. Either you use the calculator or you use the second step. Either.
I don't know. Wait, so.
Yep.
You have 928.
Sorry?
You have 928.
Sorry?
Can you have 928?
Yeah, I can have 9 to 8. I mean, it's approximate anyway.
Yeah.
Everything is approximate. So I would say that, to be on the safe side, it's over 0.4 go up.
Over 0.4?
Yeah,
Okay.
928, 929. All right. The long term number of chickens
Yeah, I know, but like you have to round off.
is 929. All right.
They will accept either. You said
I mean, they
accept
can't really say that you're wrong if you say 928.
that. You can't have 0.5.
Yeah, it's all approximate. So on the safe side, if it is over 0.4, go up one. All right, can you try question 3, please? Example 3. I'm not going to show you anything yet. Let's do it first. All right, I'm not going to show you how I did it, but I would like you to do it. I will write out my solution and explain my solution, but I would like you to try.
No.
He borrowed the line instead. He needs to pay it back. Get the plus. He needs to
It is a
pay it back.
Yeah.
Plus.
Same thing.
He agrees to repay the loan by making monthly installments of $200. So he pays it back until then.
Yeah, because why would he pay more?
Yeah.
You ran 1.02.
Yeah.
It just keeps on going. How did you do it?
So it's not, it's minus because he has to repay it. It's not just stupid if he's paying more. Like much more to repay. And I think he was calculated his calculation in there.
All right. Now, if you think about question like this, the important thing is what is the ratio, which is what is B, all right? And what is the constant? Is it plus or minus? Minus, because Adam is paying back the bank, all right? So you're borrowing money, the interest is accumulated, but you're paying back and you're reducing the interest, correct?
Can you do it this
Yeah.
way?
So therefore,
Just
you've got the
equates to
money
plus one
in your pocket,
102.
Yeah,
and
it's fine.
the-
But I would do
you
2
are
plus
paying
1.
interest to the bank,
I don't know.
but
Doesn't
you
really
are
matter.
going back, you are paying the bank back. All right? So the way I interpreted this question is I highlighted the word borrow 6,000. I know that that's T naught. So initially I borrowed 6,000. And then B is 1.02 because it's 2% per month interest rate. All right, compounded monthly. Then agrees to pay the loan by making monthly installment of 200. So C is 200. In fact, I should have highlighted monthly as well. So let me just monthly repayment. All right, monthly installment. So going back, you're giving back the bank. So it's take away 200 from the loan. Right. So therefore, you need to write down, and I should have written down T naught as well. T naught equals to 6,000. All right. Yep. Yes. You pay it back to the bank. So the bank is charging you interest, you're paying back to the bank. So therefore, it's negative 200.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're paying back the bank, it's negative 200. And once you've got once you've got your recurrence rule, recurrence relation, put it into the class back. You will find what T6 is at the end of 6 months. This is how much Adam actually owes the bank. And then, now, part B, when does he pay off his loan? So you need to think about when you pay off the loan became zero, correct? So in between there's a positive and negative. So if Adam pay a bit more, 200, which means he's overpaid. So at the end of the, during the 47th month, when he paid back the $200, he will get a change of $145.37 from the bank. All right, so think about it that way, and any zero happens when in the 47th month. Okay, so therefore he would have paid off the loan in the 47th month. And finally, the last example. It's a long-winded example. And you've got to think about how you would answer this sort of question. And this one is slightly trickier. Think about something like, you see, here is every 4 hours, and then you could think about after 12 hours, or what would happen in the future. What's happening. All right? So I'm going to let you think about the question first, try to answer it, and I'll write out my solution.
Did you get 10 plus 1 equals 0.6, Tn plus 15, T naught equals 40? Don't tell me to keep a calculator.
I swear it was like
Every 4 hours.
but you have to make it hit the 0.9.
Because would you,
I think it's 0.9 because you take 40% divide that across 4 hours. You have 40% reduced. The amount of drug reduced by 40%, right? For 4 hours. I'm just using simple math. 10% per hour.
yeah. So it's 0.
Yeah, it reduces, right?
Yeah.
Reduces, yeah. 0.9.
No. I really know what I was trying to say.
Plus 15. And then T naught is like 40.
It's not.
Or is it
It's
T1?
not plus 15. It would be,
No, just give it 15 off.
yeah.
No, 15 divided by 4 bucks.
I don't know what I was saying.
It's like 3.75.
After a weekend, words don't need words.
The only person I had to talk to was my brother, which wasn't bad. He just said,
We watched all the young children together.
I could see how that package still worked.
It's so funny.
The episode where he goes to distance friends, like national TV. Oh, what's going on? Yeah. And there's also the episode where he tries to convert to Judaism. Basically, like Albert Einstein is Jewish.
You get T12 yet?
Only young Charles
38.21.
and he holds up the Orthodox rabbi. Chief rabbi.
I would suggest that you don't talk about movie show or anything like that, all right? I would suggest that you really pay attention and do what you're supposed to do. Year 12, I don't expect to put in a seating plan, and I reserve the right to move people
it's
around,
white,
all right?
so. Unless you're talking about a rapper person. You mean the one with young thuggies? Did he die or some shit? No. Huh? Theater.
All right.
You're gonna demonstrate you understand what the class back, you know what I mean?
They have it every 4 hours.
Yep, that's correct. It should be 3. So something's.
They will do 12 hours. They like keep on doing it every 4 hours.
Yep, that's correct. It's 3. You got the right number.
Wow.
Are you sure it's fine? Are you fine?
What is it? 37.51 or something?
37.5.
That's right. I got 0.8. Let me check again. Yeah, that's right.
So it'll be a 6 goes from there.
You're fucking like 100 times. Yeah, you went fucking 1,000.
All right.
So 68 hours.
This is how I interpreted the question. Last bit. So what I've done is, again, I use three different colors because there are 3 different information in there. One is the initial value. I use P naught because it's painkiller. It doesn't really matter if it's P or whatever. I don't mind. Right. And then I look at what B is, 0.6, because it's 40%, remains, it's reduced by 40%. Now, be very careful. Sometimes the question will trick you. It will not say reduced by 40%, it will say that 40% of the, or 60% will remain in the blood. Alright, just be very careful when you read the question. And then 15 mils is injected, so plus C, plus 15. Alright, and then you can write that out. You can work out. Now, this is every 12 hours. So N is not 12. N is 3 because 12 divided by 4 is 3. So N is 3. And you can work out Pn, P3. And then again, it's up to you whether you want to use your class pad or you want to use Pn plus 1 equals to Pn. It really doesn't matter. The only reason I would use this is I can find this value, but sometimes if you use your calculator, it will give you a number that's fluctuating, just up and down, up and down, and up and down. Yep. All right. So now what I've done is I've shown you how to interpret questions. There are some exercises in club that you could do. What I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to do a summary of all the sequences that we have learned. All right. And the test is on Wednesday. Just make sure that you go through some of the test paper, the past test paper.